Hello and welcome to today's Power Yoga class. This is a quick flow designed to build heat and strength in the body. When you're ready, sit on your knees and over your heels. Place your hands where they feel most comfortable for you, and then begin to find stretches on either side of your neck by bringing your ear towards your shoulder. Repeat these a few times on each side as you inhale and exhale deeply through the nose. When you're ready, coming onto all fours into a tabletop position, ensuring your hips are stacked above your knees, shoulders above wrists. Begin to find cat-cow pose as you drop your belly and lift your gaze, pressing through the palms. Tuck your hips in and push out of the hands, dropping the crown of your head down. Repeat these a few times, moving with your breath. We'll find a foot and toe stretch. With your toes grounded into the mat, slowly begin to sit back on your heels. And then release the tops of your feet to the mat, sitting back on your heels. On your next breath, raise your arms up to the sky and gaze up at your fingertips. Release your left hand to the side of your mat as you drop your right arm up and over towards your ear. Begin to find big circles in the right arm as you stretch out your shoulder. And then switch, coming through center, raising your arms up to the sky, gaze up, and then drop your right hand to your side this time and bring your left arm up and over, finding a stretch in the left side body. And then find your circles with your left arm, stretching out your left shoulder. Come through center, and then walk your hands out in front of you to where they feel comfortable. Keep your hips stacked above your knees, and then draw your chest towards the mat, actively pushing your hips up toward the sky. Come into a melting heart pose. Drop the belly, palm the mat, and push your arms up to come into upward facing dog, coming onto the tops of the feet. Breathe. And then roll over your toes, find downward facing dog. Press through the hands, reach your hips up. We'll find calf raises in downward dog. Lift up on your toes and then drop your heels back down and repeat. And we'll find spinal waves. Lifting up high on the toes. Shift your body weight forward as you round through the spine. As you come back into downward dog, drop your belly, bend your knees, and then slide your hips up toward the sky. Finding a continual wave-like movement here, using the strength of your hands and your arms to really guide your body. Keep your core nice and strong. You can continue with these waves, or you can add a circular movement into your waves by shifting your hips to one side during the transition, and then dropping to the other side when releasing from downward dog. Moving with the breath here. Coming back into downward dog. We'll now find elbow touches on the right side. Lift your right leg up, coming into three-legged dog. And then touch your right knee to your right elbow. Lift your leg back up to come into three-legged dog. And repeat. bringing your right knee to your right elbow. Find these a few more times. Come into three-legged dog and then drive your right foot through your arms, coming into a low lunge, actively pressing your hips down toward the mat. Bring your left hand to your left knee as you raise your right arm up to the sky. And then frame your front foot with your hands. Tuck the back toes and lift yourself up into a high lunge. Strong through your back leg, arms come up to the sky. Place your hands on your hips. Stay strong through the right knee and the right foot as you begin to drop your back knee to the mat. Straighten your back leg and then drop your back knee down. Keeping your hands on your hips for support. On your next breath, pivot your left foot to become parallel to the back of the mat. Bend into the right knee as you come into Warrior Two. Straighten your right leg as you bring your arms up to the sky, palms touch. And then bend into your right knee. Repeat these a few times, moving with your breath, ensuring your knee is actively pushing out to the right side of your mat and not dropping inward. Facing the long ways of your mat, bring your toes in and heels out slightly. Raise your head and chest up to the sky, and then begin to hinge from the hips, finding a wide-legged forward fold. You can place your hands on the mat in front of you, or you can place your hands behind you, interlacing your fingers, and then letting your arms drop to where they feel comfortable. Palm the mat, find a halfway lift, and we'll find a twist. So bring your right hand to left ankle, reaching your left arm up to the sky, and then switch. Bring your left hand to your right ankle, reaching your right arm up to the sky. Walk your hands toward your left foot, palm the mat, step your foot back to come into plank. Shift your body weight forward, bend at the elbows to find chaturanga, and then flip your toes, pressing out of the palms to come into upward facing dog. Roll over the toes, find downward facing dog. Shift up on the toes, lower your body into plank. Find your back bend in upward facing dog. And then come into downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up for three-legged dog, and then draw your left knee to your left elbow. Raise your leg back up into three-legged dog, and draw your left knee to your left elbow. Repeat these a few times, again moving with your breath and staying strong through your arms. Drive your left foot in between your hands to find low lunge. Press your hips down towards the mat as you raise your arms up to the sky. Roll over the back toes and using your leg strength, lift yourself up into high lunge. Raise your arms up to the sky, palms touch. And then begin to drop your back knee down, keeping your hands on your hips for balance as you find your lunge pulses again, staying strong through your left knee. And then pivot your right foot to become parallel to the mat. Find Warrior Two, bending into your left knee, and then straighten your left leg as you reach your arms up to the sky, palms touch, and then release back into Warrior Two. Repeat these a few times, moving with your breath. Come into a plank position. We'll find side plank, pivoting your weight onto your right side body, grounding out through the right arm, stacking your left leg over your right foot, keeping your core engaged. Flip onto the left side, ground down through your left palm, reach your right arm up to the sky, stacking your right foot on top of your left. Find plank pose as you find chaturanga. Flip over your toes, find upward facing dog. Roll over the toes to find downward facing dog. Come up high on the toes, drop your knees and sit back onto your heels. Touch your big toes together and spread your knees as wide as it feels comfortable for you here. Walk your hands out in front of you as you bring your forehead to your mat, finding child's pose. Taking a moment of rest here, coming back to your breath, feeling any energetic effects from the practice and the stretches. And come into a tabletop position. Walk your hands out slightly and come into plank. Finding side plank on the left side this time. Ground down through your left palm and your left arm. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Lift your right foot and drop your right foot back, coming into Wild Thing as you release your right arm behind you. Shift your weight through center, coming onto the right side this time, grounding down through your right hand. Then lift your left leg up and drop it behind you to come into Wild Thing. Left arm drops behind you. Come back through an upward facing dog and then roll over your toes to find downward facing dog. Drop your knees down and come on the hands to find a comfortable seated position, either with your legs crossed or sitting back onto your heels. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, gaze up. And release your hands back down. Find neck rolls on one side, drawing circles with the crown of your head. And switch directions, releasing any tension in your neck. Find stillness as you reach your arms up to the sky, and then bend at the elbows, touching your hands to opposite elbows, and drop your weight over to either side to find a side body stretch. Release your hands down. Raise your arms up and bend at your right elbow to place your right hand in between your back muscles. And switch, placing your left hand in between your back this time. And release. Raise your arms up to the sky and find prayer hands. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I really hope you feel powerful and strong after today's class. Bring your thumbs to your lips, using the power of your words for effective and clear communication. And then bring your thumbs to your third eye, facilitating a deeper connection with your inner guidance. I'll see you in the next class soon. Namaste.